welcome to another episode of Good Hang. We have an awesome guest today, the great Colman Domingo. And Colman and I have so much fun. We talk about his beautiful mother, Edith, and how she shaped his life. We talk about our shared love of dancing and why it means so much to us. We talk about peptides. What are they and who's taking them? And we also celebrate the fact that he is working with Steven Spielberg in his new movie, Disclosure Day, which is coming out this week. Big summer hit. Blockbuster, baby. Speaking of Steven Spielberg, Steven joins us as our guest today, who's going to talk to us about Colman. He's going to talk well behind Colman's back. And if you don't know who Steven Spielberg is, I don't know what to tell you. You know, 50 years ago, he made Jaws. Last year, he was producing Hamnet, and he's made every single movie in between. So, Steven Spielberg, Mr. Spielberg, are you there? This episode of Good Hang is presented by Palmolive. Family time isn't just the big moments. It's weeknight dinners, sitting around the table, everyone talking at once. So when the plates are empty and the sink is full, use Palmolive Ultra. Palmolive's most powerful formula removes up to 99.9% of grease, leaving your dishes sparkling clean. And the new convenient pump makes cleaning even easier. So you can spend less time tackling dirty dishes and more time together. Shop now at palmolive.com.
Get up, what do you say? All I ever wanted was a really good hang.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Steven.
Oh my God, I'm on Good Hang. Good Lord.
We gotta get you into the stewed.
We tried. We couldn't schedule it.
Dang. Yeah, we were like, we don't have time.
Yeah, I tried.
Really?
I got to make a few more hits before I break getting on your show.
We just want to see one or two more things from Steven before we say
Yeah,
yes.
I know. I love the audition process.
Steven, you are my subconscious. Like the work that you have made is in my brain. You shaped my entire life. You are a Gen X director through and through.
Oh, thank you. I love that I'm in your subconscious, and yet you can still be funny. With my plethora of comedies,
Well, I mean, I feel like I've gotten a chance to, been lucky enough to see you at, places and events and shows and stuff. And I got to see you recently at the SNL 50th.
That was great. That was just great. It was hard to believe. I mean, I was there the first show in 1975. I was in the audience.
Get out of here. Really?
Yeah, I was in the very first show. Yeah, I flew all the way to New York because it was in the air. It was one of those things, where my generation suddenly was being included in something that was going to define us. And it was just, I just somehow knew I had to be there for it. And I just, got a ticket and went in the audience and watched.
Where did you sit and watch? Were you on the floor or were you up in the balcony?
No, I didn't know anybody. I just, I was in the stands. Jaws had come out in June. I think the first SNL show was in October or September.
Yeah, October 11th.
Yeah. And I was there, and it was incredibly. It spoke to me. And after it was over, I left with the audience, and somebody came running up and grabbed me and dragged me kind of backstage to Belushi. And so John said, "You the guy that made the shark movie?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "You got to meet Danny." And he dragged me over to Danny. And that was the beginning of the first event that I really became a formal groupie. Because I've always gravitated toward comedy and stand-up and comedians and I go, Robin Williams was one of my dearest, closest friends of my whole life. And Albert Brooks and I sort of started out together. And so that but I'm not the funny guy. I'm a good audience for all of you. I'm your best audience.
Well, you're here today to talk about Colman Domingo. And he's a new friend of mine. I actually met him on a dance floor, which I want to talk about because we were kind of, we met just like at a party.
Makes sense. It so makes sense.
But when did you first meet, Colman? Where did you guys first meet?
I was going to make a movie about Ira and George Gershwin. And I was going to make a movie about the process of writing and staging Porgy and Bess. And I had a script and I was excited and I was casting it, and I was looking for Todd Duncan, who played Porgy, and I met a lot of actors. And when Colman came in to the meeting, that was the first time first time I met Colman, but I intended after that meeting to cast him as Todd Duncan.
Oh, wow. I mean, Stephen, people must come in to meet with you and you must feel their nerves. So how do you get people to relax when they're having a meeting with you?
Well, it disadvantages me if somebody comes in and I can't find them in a 15, 20 or 30-minute meeting because of whatever expectations they bring to the meeting, how nervous some of them are. Some of them aren't nervous at all, but a lot of them are. And I had this problem only because of success, because success creates a kind of false front. It's kind of like, I've always seen myself early in my career being successful, but also feeling a little bit like a fake Western street on a Hollywood backlot, where you walk around behind the facade and there's just a bunch of 2x4s holding up the facade. And if people only knew how nervous I am and how stressed I get, they wouldn't be so nervous in front of me. And I really was, and I came up with a method, which I used for a couple of pictures, starting with Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I decided that all the actors that I audition in person, I'm going to meet them in a kitchen and we're going to cook. We're going to actually cook. And so for a couple of movies, starting with Raiders, everybody that came in met me in a kitchen and we were cooking stuff. And that was how everybody relaxed around good food.
That's so smart, because you're just getting to do something. Like, it's like, what do I do with my hands, basically, is what you're thinking half the time when you're stressed.
Yeah, everybody becomes so real when they're covered in flour and, and and you're trying to break an egg and the egg spills out on the counter. I mean, everybody becomes the best version of themselves.
Although there must have been people like, good news, you have an audition. Bad news, you need to learn how to cook in a week.
Well, the good news is you're going to be part of a recipe. But the bad news is you're only here for 30 minutes and you're not going to be able to eat what we made.
Yeah.
So all the actors that came in at the end of the day were able to actually feast on what we had prepared starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, right?
So you meet Colman, and now you guys are, and did you work together on any other films after that?
What happened was I had actually cast a lot of the movie, and then I had something that doesn't often happen when I'm that far down the line, but I had a kind of second thought about the project, and I decided not to continue making it. And that's the only reason Colman and I didn't work together then. But remembering Colman as well as I did, I cast him in Lincoln playing Private Green.
Right.
And that was the first time we actually professionally worked together.
And what is it like working with him?
Kind of like riding in a Waymo where you don't have to do anything but sit in the back seat because the car drives very well by itself. And Colman is, when he graces your set, he brings kindness and he brings collaboration and he brings love. And he brings a real sense of let's have fun while we're working hard. While we're working hard to be serious, can we also have fun? And he makes a director look forward to going to work the next morning.
Oh, what a dream. I mean, I'm sure you're at the point in your life and career, too, where you can tell, like, sometimes, people are motivated by a lot of things, as you know, as a director, and you have to kind of find out what motivates them. But when someone has talent and ease, it's not always the case.
Yeah. No, it's not always the case. I've been lucky. I've had a lot of actors who have been such great collaborators, to work with, even on really, trying films, projects. But Colman isn't about himself. He's about the whole. He's about, it's like the play is the thing, as Shakespeare said. He's about the play. He's about the whole. He's as interested in the actors he's playing opposite, even more so than he is about his own role in the whole. And that's rare. That's really, really rare. He is so full of empathy. And because my movie Disclosure Day, deals a lot with the importance of empathy. Colman was a very easy choice for me to make, to invite him to be part of this company and part of this ensemble.
We cannot wait for this movie. Another hit, Stephen. Huge.
Knock on my wooden head.
Listen, I'm calling it right now. Okay? Now, I don't believe in jinxes, and I call it as I see it, and I'm telling you something. This movie is, everybody is ready for this movie. It looks so good. I still don't really know what it's about, which is great. I think it has to do with aliens, but you tell me. I don't know.
Well, what can I say? Here's looking at you. Here's looking at you, kid.
Do you have a question for me that I could ask him, big or small?
I've been thinking about that. He's such a success, and he's so consistently successful. I'd love you to ask him, was there ever a film he auditioned for that he didn't get and he was desperate to get?
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I mean, I bet he has an answer to that, because I know that when I look at his career, he's really done a ton of different types of work. I mean, Colman, talk about empathy. He has a huge range. He can play like just a love bomb of a person, and he can play a really sinister, scary person too.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good one. Well, Stephen, thank you so much for your time. It really means a lot. I know Colman will be thrilled that we talked, and I can't wait to talk to him about what it's like to work with you.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch this.
This episode is brought to you by Visible. How many of you are currently listening to this podcast on your phone? If you are chronically online, like we all are these days, your wireless network should be too. With Visible, you get unlimited 5G data and unlimited hotspot, all powered by Verizon's 5G network. The perks of big wireless for half the cost. Visible isn't just a wireless plan, it's unlimited wireless designed to always keep you connected and no contract holding you back. Switch today at Visible.com. Plans start at $25 a month, or get our premium Visible Plus Pro plan and save $10 on your first month when you use promo code HANG, an exclusive offer for podcast listeners. Terms apply. See Visible.com for plan features and network management details. This episode is presented by Hilton. Guys, you know what vacation perfectionism is? It's the pressure to get your family's summer vacation booked and make it perfect and memorable. Stressful, right? Don't worry, because the team at Hilton takes care of what matters so you can exhale and disconnect. They've got over 9,000 hotels around the world, including amazing resorts and all-inclusive options. So you'll definitely find the stay that you're looking for. When you want your summer vacation to feel like a vacation, it matters where you stay. Book now at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay. Oh my God, Colman Domingo is here, and he brought me.
I bought you a meal. I bought you an egg.
Okay, now I've been starting to get gifts, which is
that's
not
when it becomes,
required.
That's when it becomes ridiculous, right? When someone finds out what
that you like something, but okay, let's discuss this for the listeners. What did you bring me?
I bought you a fake egg. Isn't it cute? It's a keychain. Look at that.
Okay, I'm going to describe this while I show it. It is a fried egg on a keychain.
Yes. Do you like fried eggs?
I love fried eggs.
Oh, good. Me
and
too.
Sunny side up.
I love a sunny side up because it gets things moving. That's why. Not to start off there and just go to my
Totally
bowels,
right.
but I guess that's where we're
Let me
going.
ask you about your sunny side up. Do you like to, because this yolk is very exposed, do you like to flip it once and get like...
I like that in a little crunch.
Me too, a little
exactly.
crunch.
And then then it bursts with a little hot sauce on there. A little.
This is a rubber fake egg. Also, Colman brought me plastic silverware in case I wanted to pretend eat it. I'm not a crazy person, Colman. I know this is fake. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow.
Where
This
should it go?
is now going to get ridiculous. Look
Well,
at this.
I don't want to brag, but we got a couple A-list stuff up here. We got some pea pods from Jennifer Lawrence. We have...
Where the raspberries come from?
Oh, the raspberries. Where did they come from? Oh, MoMA. MoMA sent us fake raspberries.
MoMA's very,
Let's put it next to MoMA's raspberries.
I think that's good. Raspberries and eggs. And there's an egg here. There's another egg there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay, that's too cute. Oh my God, I made the board. It's so good. This is already a good hang. A good hang with Amy Poehler.
And you know, Ina Garten gave us that giant chicken.
That's actually really
Isn't
good.
it a really good chicken?
It's really good. I'm really fascinated by all of this.
I know, isn't it cool? It's very satisfying.
It's good.
And
When did now you didn't know I was going to interview you. When did the fetish start? Tell us about your childhood.
Colman.
Yes.
I don't know, but It's like good art. I don't know how to explain what I like, but I know it when I see it.
Yeah.
I love that egg
You look,
that you brought me.
you're very welcome.
Because it's realistic. I don't like children's fake food. I'm an adult.
Grown people's fake food. Exactly. What are you? You're not nuts. It's so good. It's.
Colman Domingo is here. I was really thinking about what to wear because I knew you'd look incredible.
Do I look good? I'm fine. I'm wearing a lime green sweater situation.
You can wear anything.
Really?
You look incredible in everything. You have the best style.
Thank you.
And it the style is bigger than just clothes. Like you have a way of moving through the world where you like. I find clothes and fashion be kind of confusing for me. Like I'm always trying to figure it out. I don't always feel like it's a world that I understand or that I'm a part of. But whenever I see you wearing whatever you're wearing, it's like an invitation.
I think it is. I think
It is.
Literally that's what I think it is. It's like, okay, even like what I was supposed to wear, there was a jacket with this. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to go hang with Amy. She's
Gotta
a
show
friend.
those guns,
I
babe.
got to show the guns. I got to sex it up a little bit. No, I shouldn't.
That's what I emailed you. I was like, if
You're like,
you're
bring
going
the
to come,
sex. Yeah,
bring it.
bring
You
it.
got to bring it.
Bring that sex.
That's what our
okay,
viewers
so
want.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But I thought like, I just want to feel relaxed with you.
Yes.
The jacket was just all like, buttoned up. It's a very serious business meeting with
yeah.
you. But I was like, no, I want to feel a little sexy. Here we go.
That's exactly the point. Like the clothes never wear you.
No,
like
it's
you
a
are always like,
feeling. Yeah.
how do I get into this feeling? Right, this character.
Yeah.
And that is what I have learned about wearing something, like figuring out how to dress is like basically how do you want to feel?
What do you consider your style to be? When you wear a suit, I can always tell you look so sexy and beautiful in yourself.
Colman, God bless
Yes,
you.
exactly. You didn't know that this was going to happen today, did you?
I mean, I hoped. I hoped.
No, but you do, because also I can tell that you feel very comfortable in your body and skin.
It's comfort.
And I think listen, Diane Keaton did that. Diane
I
Keaton
know
was
Diane.
like, she perfected her style in a way that was just her own.
Yeah.
And she was always cool and chic, and it had these masculine vibes to it, and that was her.
Who are you wearing?
Paul Smith today. Paul Smith.
Heard of him.
Yeah, Paul,
Okay, we're kind of new friends. We're getting to know each other, and I feel like I was trying to remember when we first met, and I think we first really met non-verbally on a dance floor.
That's exactly. You do remember it.
I do.
It was at a night before party.
Right, one of the
the Emmy night before parties. And we just, I don't know, the DJ was killing it that
Yeah.
night. And you were wearing a suit, actually.
Oh.
You were wearing a suit, and you and I, we just cut it up. And I was like, oh my God, Amy Poehler can dance her ass
Oh
off.
my God, thank you for saying that. You sit right back at you. I mean,
We were killing it.
why do you love to dance? I always love to ask people who love to dance why they love to dance.
I grew up, I think, my parents used to always throw the best parties. So New Year's Eve was always at our house. And we lived in a row home in Philadelphia. And so
Yeah.
the basement, we had a bar down
Oh my
there.
God, we had a basement too
right?
where we
those
danced.
dark, dank basements.
Were your poles carpeted?
Oh, absolutely. Carpeted. We had a black Sheba,
Yeah.
velvet on the wall. Like, she's like some black woman with an afro and her tits out and a panther. And I would always look at it and just confused, like, what?
Remember like string art?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
All of that was down there. So
Yeah.
everything was down there. Our Christmas toys were in the back, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But it was really, we would have dance parties down there. So we
Mm-hmm.
go down there and the music was cranked up and we just danced. So I
Yeah.
come from a family that loved to dance. My mother, my mother passed in 2006. One of the things that my sister always loved to tell me is like, just the week before, my mom was dancing in the aisles of Pathmark.
Oh,
She was dancing,
love that.
playing whatever music was playing. She was dancing in the aisles. And so
Yes.
the idea that that's my sister's memory of my mother dancing. So I come from people who can dance anywhere. Like I have zero shame.
Me too. And in fact, I get it actually helps me expel a lot of my social anxiety.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather
Find you on the
dance than
dance floor.
talk. Yes.
Same here. We danced do you remember that show Dancing on Air?
Oh, well, we had dance. Well, you're from Philly.
I'm from Philly. Dancing on Air was Philly.
The one.
Or Dance USA?
Dance USA.
Yeah, exactly.
With Kelly Ripa.
With Kelly Ripa, exactly, yeah, exactly. But you and I danced from that generation of
Yeah,
dancers.
we're
People were
we're the same age.
Yeah, we're
basically.
same age. So when you cut, you tear it down
100%. We really move, and it's like
because they don't move like that anymore. We move like we were trying to hurt somebody.
there's a whole thing, a trend on TikTok about how showing the difference between how Gen X and Gen Z dance because Gen Z barely moves.
They barely move.
And Gen X clear the dance floor.
we
Did you have high school dances and what music was playing at those
Listen,
dances?
they had high school dancers. Now, I went to high school with Will Smith, by the way. They had high school dancers, but I was
You went to high school with Will Smith?
With Will Smith, yeah.
Incredible.
And
Same grade?
He was one right above me.
Oh my God. What was he like in high school?
You know, he was a cool kid.
Yeah.
He was actually a cool kid.
Yeah.
He was actually very friendly, and like everybody really liked him.
Yeah.
And he performed at the Wynn Ballroom in Philadelphia. He and Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
But I was a bona fide nerd. I didn't do any of that stuff.
Colman.
No. I didn't turn into this until like second year of college. Because I decided I didn't want to be like that anymore. I was very shy and bookish and very awkward.
So you weren't like tearing up the dance floor in high school?
No. I was dancing at home with my siblings, but in high school I didn't go to any dances. I know this is where it gets sad. I didn't go to any dances.
You didn't go. You're feeling too shy.
I went to my prom, but I got there late because my prom date, Terry Hayes, was very late getting her dress made. So we got there very late. So I didn't even dance at my prom.
Okay.
This has gotten very tragic very quickly.
Because I feel like that this idea of coming into your own and like feeling your getting into your sense of power and like who you are and all this stuff is like the theme of for me, your career, your life, your interview, because I find my experience with you, I feel like you really have worked very hard to know who you are and to like show that person to the world, basically.
That started, one of my first jobs was at Barnes & Noble bookstore in Philadelphia. And I would take care of the self-help section. This was when I was 18 years old. Self-help and travel. Those were the sections I took care of. And I would be in the corners and I'd be reading these books on how to become a person, to be very honest, because I felt I was awkward. I wasn't gregarious or anything, but I knew I wanted to become something else. And so I went to self-help books. And I was like, to become a different person, you had to do certain things or adopt certain traits. And I think while I was becoming an actor as well, it was very useful. So I was actually trying on these different things in the way I dressed, the way I expressed myself, the way I walk into a room, the way I spoke, you know what I mean? Where I pitched my voice, all of that stuff. So I feel like all of this has been a bit manufactured, because I didn't have it before.
Well, you've talked so much about your mom, who seems so amazing, Edith.
Oh, you would have loved her. I
bet. And what would she tell you in those little awkward times? Like, how would she reassure you or just like gently kind of walk by, alongside you while you were feeling awkward? What would she say?
I'll tell you this. I have to tell you a story now because of that, because you just made me think of this. When I was a kid, I used to always suffer from like really terrible asthma. And one time I was hospitalized, and it was and I went in right before, maybe about like November 1st or something like that. And I was in the hospital and, just breathing and stuff like that, getting myself together. And then when I came out, when I was healthier, I came out and my mom picked me up at night and we're driving through the city and there's all these lights up, all the Christmas lights and stuff like that everywhere. And she said, and I said, oh my God, look at all the lights. She says, they all put up their lights to welcome you back home.
Oh, come on.
And so this is the mother that I had. She would make me believe that I was very special and that the world was set up to do me more good than harm. Constantly. She was constantly going against any narrative of what the world was and telling me that I was special, that I was useful, that I can be whatever I wanted, I can travel. Because I always had my head in a book. I was looking at images of ancient Egypt and Rome, and she said, when you could grow up, you can go to those places. So I always had a huge imagination because of my mother.
Yeah.
And so it was in all those moments when she was just like, when I wasn't feeling great about myself or anything, she would tell me how smart I was.
Yes.
That was the thing. She always told me I was smart.
Yeah.
She always said, you're so smart and you're so handsome.
That kind of early conditioning, it makes, I'm saying the obvious, but it's actually a privilege. I'm learning more and more. It's a privilege to have had a parent or parents that said that to you.
Yeah.
Was
your parents like that as well?
Absolutely. Where they would be like, you can do that whisper of you can do what you want to do. You're smart. You're capable. You're useful. You have
purpose. You have.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. There's a reason why you're here. All that stuff. Like when it's said out loud, it changes the course of your life.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think I've been given so many beautiful moments by people throughout my life who told me something that I didn't see in myself. Like even how I became an actor. One of my early college teachers. I took an acting class just as an elective to, again, my mother said, take a class for fun, take something to get you outside of yourself. And so we thought about an acting class. And I took this class, and then this teacher, Chris Wolf, he said to me, first time I ever heard this from anyone, truly. He said, have you ever thought about acting as a profession? I was like, I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't know how, I'm a kid in West Philly. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
what were your parents' jobs?
No, my mom worked at a bank. For a long time, she cleaned houses, and then she kept going back to school. Eventually, she worked in customer service at like First Pennsylvania Bank.
Yeah.
My dad sanded hardwood floors. He was my
Right.
stepfather, and he was just a blue-collar worker. I would work with him on the summers and make some extra money.
Yeah.
So they were very much like just good working class folks.
Yeah.
And they wanted you to go to college and do
Right.
better than them. And,
Right.
you know, so they were
Right.
just like really trying to prepare you for things. But I'd never heard until I got to college that someone said, I would be curious if you followed this path as an actor. He said, because I think you have a gift. And I realized that I'd never heard someone tell me I had a gift at something.
Right.
And so suddenly I was like, gift. And he said, and then he said this, it was like a challenge. He said, I'd be very curious if you followed that path.
Ooh,
That was like mic drop.
I mean, because I want to get into this early, but Colman and I are both Enneagram 8s.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Yeah, exactly.
And we love a challenge.
We got that from
That's-
Tina Fey was like, what's
Tina made Colman take the test on the set of the Four Seasons.
Yes.
He got an 8. I was thrilled.
And please explain that again, what the 8 means
Oh God,
again.
my audience is going to be like, but we're the challenger. I guess the point is, he challenged you. I'd be so curious what you do with that gift. And that is a motivating factor for us, is like a little bit of a challenge is exciting for us.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like our way
my God,
through, like
wow.
we like a little challenge. I mean, we're so easy. Everybody has their ways that like we think we're not manipulated, but we respond well to when someone says, I bet you can't do that.
Oh,
We're
my
like,
God.
I bet I can do that.
Yes, it's true.
It's true. I'm the same way when someone's like, maybe that's not for you. I'm like, no, it's 100% for me for the rest of my life.
Oh my God. Where are you from?
From Boston. I'm right around
Boston,
the corner.
yeah, it's like right around the corner from Philadelphia, exactly.
Like,
But see, it's a city of underdogs as
Yeah,
well. Like,
totally.
Like Tina and I, we always talk about that. We're like,
Totally.
there's something that Philly in us. Like, yeah, you don't
Philly.
see.
Philly makes Boston look like London, England. Tina and I always talk about it.
It's true.
Philly is wild.
It's wild. I mean, look at our mascots. I mean, it's just Philly's fanatic. I mean, that's insane.
Insane.
Still don't even know what that is.
It's an insane person.
I mean, we have the Mummers Parade. We have the Mummers is like just drunk Irish people on New Year's Day.
The only time I've ever been called a C word to my face is at the Philadelphia airport.
Wait, what?
When Tina and I were touring, and we wouldn't give a guy one of the weird, like, autograph people there when they follow you around the airport, and it gets really stressful. And we were like, oh, you're stressing us out a little bit. And then he flung the C word, and Tina turned to me and she goes, welcome to Philly. And I was like, yes!
It was like a badge of honor, though.
Oh, yeah,
you're
of
like,
course.
You're like,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Like me. They like me here.
But I want to say, but you getting out of Philly, you go to San Francisco, but I just want to stay with one thing that I love, Colman, about you is like also there's like these, there's shy kid trying to find his way, mom who told him he was special and the Christmas lights were for him. You go from Philly to San Fran. Why San Fran? Why do you move there?
Because I had a couple college buddies. It always happens. This is usually the story. I had a couple college buddies, actually 3 of them that were living in a studio apartment in the Tenderloin district. They were like, oh, San Francisco is amazing.
Yeah.
I was struggling in school. I was working 2 jobs and trying to matriculate. And I was like, my mom was like, you can take a semester off and you can always go back to school. And so I had these friends of mine that moved out to San Francisco. They're like, come out. I was like, great. Like literally come out, because I was also, that's another sidebar. I just
You'd also
made
come
my own
out.
joke. I was going to come out when I was in San Francisco.
You're like, come out and also just come out everywhere.
Sure. I mean, great. So then I moved to San Francisco, and it was 4 guys living in a studio apartment in the Tenderloin district. And if anyone out there doesn't know the Tenderloin district,
Yeah,
they have,
tell everybody about that.
ladies of the night and,
Yeah, it was a really wild and
especially
exciting
in the 90s,
time in
very
the 90s.
exciting. But 90s, that's when it was like crisp.
Yeah. What
Rough.
was your rent? Do you remember how much your rent
Oh,
was?
I do remember it was, for that studio was $625.
Split 4 ways.
Split 4 ways. And we're just like there to like, and I literally slept, this is also a terrible joke, but I literally slept in a closet.
And every morning you come out of the closet.
Because we had a walk-in closet, and so I was the fourth guy moving in there, and I literally slept in a walk-in closet.
And you're too tall. I mean, for people that don't know or can't or haven't been had the pleasure of being next to you, you're 6'2".
6'2". That's right.
Congrats.
Tall drink of water. That's what they
Because
say.
all these teeny tiny actors, there's a lot of actors.
There's a lot of
there.
little actors.
Yeah, there are. And you know, I kind of get it because, like, you know, it's
It's good for camera.
I love being in a scene with the 6'2" gentleman.
It's kind of hot, right?
Also, it's just a great view. Like, it's a great angle. Like, when we turn around, the camera's going to be up here.
Right.
Okay, so you go to San Fran. You're there. You're working as a bartender.
Yeah.
You're writing plays.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first play that you wrote? What was it about?
The first play I wrote was called Up Jump Springtime, and that is the title of a Stan Getz and Abby Lincoln song. And it goes, I was out promenading and high hopes were fading, that dreams ever really come true. Then up jumped springtime, I gotta look at you. And it was a play that I wrote. I adapted a bit of a novel, and I sort of embedded my work in there as well. It really was about coming of age as a young queer man. And I had 3 actors. We played all the roles.
Wow.
We played men, women, lovers, mothers, fathers, sisters, whatever. But it was really about the experience that nobody was writing about at the time.
It must have felt so good to be a successful playwright while you were also auditioning and being an actor.
I think so,
You know?
but to be honest, I didn't consider myself I considered myself a writer at that time, and then I grew into becoming a playwright.
What year was this that you're writing? What year?
I started writing about 1997. The last play, I've written plays and musicals. I've written the Donna Summer musical.
Oh, I want to talk
about
about
Broadway.
that.
I wrote a musical
You
about Nat
wrote
King
wrote
Cole.
the book for the Donna Summer musical.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, again, in that high school world of like the dances we were at or we weren't at, Donna Summer, her music was so important to our generation and to every generation. But I feel like Donna Summer doesn't quite get spoken about
She
enough.
doesn't, and she was one of the greatest singers, I think, that has ever walked this planet.
I
Because
agree.
also her voice, she could do anything with her voice.
Yeah.
She could sing opera. She could sing country. She could sing, disco. I think that her voice, I mean, she even famously talked about her voice. She was like, no, I make music. And you just never know where I'm going to be angled in that way.
And then before we move on to you, like the career stuff, I just want to pause to talk about, because is it around this time that you meet your husband?
Oh, no, I met my husband 21 years ago. So,
Okay,
in 2005. I met
Okay, so
Raul.
not in San. You met him in.
No, funny, it's a weird thing because I lived in San Francisco for 10 years,
Yeah.
moved to New York.
Yeah.
I go back to San Francisco to do a show at Berkeley Rep.
Yeah.
I go to Berkeley, California. I'm crossing paths, going into a Walgreens with the most beautiful person I think I've ever seen. Not even just beautiful aesthetically, but like just energetically. We never speak. 3 days later, I'm trying to buy a used computer on Craigslist. I couldn't stop thinking about him. And I thought about posting one of the Craigslist misconnections ads.
Oh, it's so
'Cause
analog. I
It's so
mean,
analog,
it
right?
is.
I used to read them like crazy.
Yeah.
And I get to the second page, and third one down, I remember exactly the placement, and it said, saw you outside of Walgreens, Berkeley. He placed it just an hour before I looked. So we were looking for each other. And then we met. And I'm so uncool. We met 3 days later, had our first date, and I literally was like, I think I love you. You're going to change my life. That's how uncool I am, though.
But that's so good. That's so direct. Also, everyone that
right.
took a look at Raul, like everyone would be like, I love you immediately. I mean,
Maybe you got that a lot. Like, I love you.
I
You're gonna
mean,
change
I
my
get
life.
it. You got to lock that down really fast.
Yeah,
And I'm
that
sure,
was
but that's you. Like you're. I mean, what I'm learning
in the
about you,
moment in that
you're
way.
in the moment, and also one of the many, many things that I love about getting to know you is you. There's not a lot of people know how you feel.
Yeah, there's no question.
But that's a love language. Like, I'm going to just tell you how I feel now. I'm going to take that risk. I'm like, that's what vulnerability is. Like, I'm just going to tell you right now, I love
think
you.
so,
Like,
yeah.
that's amazing.
And like, no games at all. And I'm always telling people too, like, don't play any games.
Me too.
Just
dude.
be straight up
Just
with
be
people.
straight. If you don't like it, you don't like me
Exactly.
or whatever. Just tell me.
Then that takes time away from, just move away. Get out the way then.
Yes.
Because the people who will receive that, they're going to be right there with me.
And so you guys have been together 21
21
years.
22 years, yeah.
You know, here at Good Hang, we only allow a few spouses to come. Because you don't want to have everybody's wife and husband around.
That's true.
And we've had the most amazing group of people. We've had Raul's here today.
Yeah, he is.
He's in the green room. Hi, Raul.
Hello. Hey, hi.
I love you. Raul's here today. We had Carol Burnett bring her husband Brian, and we've had Viola Davis's husband Julius.
Oh, that's great.
And that's it.
That's it for the good hang. That's
it. No
That's it.
more spouses. No.
Well, Raul's like a cat. He's sort of like,
Yeah.
you barely even know he's here.
Well, and the cheekbones.
What?
On both of
we
you.
bought him for the cheekbones.
Both of you guys are like Cheekbone City. You guys could open up a cheekbone shop.
That's our next adventure.
It is
exactly.
true.
And it's funny because sometimes when we're with other people, they can't even tell that I guess it's a compliment. They can't tell that we've been together for so long.
Yes, that
and
is a
they
compliment.
can't tell because we're still like very in love with each other.
Yes.
And we have fun and we're touchy-feely.
Yes.
But also then, even when we're in groups of people, they're like, oh my God, how do you guys know each other? We're like, oh, that's my husband. They're like, oh my gosh, that's my bro. But that's also my husband. He's like a lot of fun. Yeah.
And I wish you two could have children together. And
I know.
just the two of you.
We'll wait for the science to happen. Many things can
just
happen.
the faces alone.
You just want those cheekbones
Just
on a baby.
the cheekbones on that baby. Maybe we'd have 4 cheekbones. When I've been looking at your career, which you've done so many things, so many different parts all over the spectrum, like Colman, you play really intense, like kind of joyous love bomb characters. You play deeply complicated and oftentimes scary and terrifying characters. You can do it all. You have done so many different parts. But what I love is your path is the one that I recognize because we're the same age of like what all actors kind of did to start because you didn't have an in. You were just like, how do I get started? Making the work. And so you're like learning on the job. And I mean, you're even in Law and Order, which is like you're not an actor if you weren't in Law and Order.
Exactly.
What you were on? What did you play? Do you remember your character?
I was on like
I'd love to ask.
3 or 4 Law and Orders. I was on
different characters.
Oh yeah, exactly. I remember the Law and Order Criminal Intent.
Of course.
And I played a schizophrenic heroin addict.
Okay.
I played an attorney.
Perfect.
I played an attorney on one of them with Dennis Bukateris.
You went from the schizophrenic heroin addict to an attorney?
Yeah, exactly.
That's acting.
Now that's acting. I also was a bartender at a leather at a gay leather bar.
Great.
Exactly.
Like unpacking the various ball gags as you were telling them about.
Exactly. Because what I love about Law and Order is that they're so busy. They're so busy when the cops are talking to them.
So
Like
busy.
they're just like New Yorkers. They don't have time for anybody. They're like, I'm sorry, I gotta pack these bags while you're talking to me, officer. What?
I gotta get the fruit off this truck. I don't have time for that dead girl. It's incredible.
I love watching it, in particular for
Me
that.
too.
I'm like, the walk and talk. We're too busy for these officers to talk to us. I love it.
Totally.
So I was a very busy bartender. Yes, exactly.
And
Just
was
like,
exciting to get those parts at the
of
time. That
course,
was a big gig.
Because if you didn't get Law and Order, you felt like you were garbage. You were like,
I know. I
you're
never
like, just
got
need to hang it up.
on Law and Order, and
No.
is my dream. If I could go back in the time machine, if I could Back to the Future in my life, the one thing I would do differently, and maybe it would change my whole. Maybe it would
Book
screw-
a Law and Order.
I would book a Law and Order. I would.
That was my goal. But listen, when I lived in San Francisco, the gig was to get booked on Nash Bridges. Because that was I played
With Don Johnson.
every dumb criminal on that show. I played one of them. Exactly. And yes, and I literally, there's one episode, and people can watch it. It's my favorite episode of me. I kidnapped Don Johnson's daughter, and then he found me. And I happened to be wearing a Coogee sweater while I was working out.
Okay, sure.
I was wearing that Bill Cosby Coogee sweater. I was wearing a Coogee sweater while I was working out. And he busts through the door and I'm like, oh! And I throw the weights off and I'm running. Then he kicks me in the ass through the window. And then he picks me up, he slaps me around. He's like, where is she? Where is she? I'm like, It's my favorite episode. It's so crazy and rabid. And you're like, what is happening?
You're wearing
A Coogee sweater while I'm working out. I'm bench pressing. I was like... but also, I was a young actor, so I didn't question it. I'm
of
like,
course, yeah,
they
that's
must know more than I do.
That's what we're wearing.
And at the time, I didn't work out, so I don't know. I thought people worked out in Coogee sweaters.
Acting is so embarrassing. I love it so much.
It was the 90s.
I love it. Okay, then you go to New York. You're doing a million plays on Broadway and the West End. And I do have some important theater questions because I have such respect for people who do that grind. It is such a grind.
Yeah,
it is the hardest job. I mean, to have the hardest part of your day be at the end of your day, to show up every day and do the same thing, and you're not getting paid a lot of money when you're doing theater, and you're like being asked to do a lot. But I'm always curious about a couple things. I'm like, Colman will tell me the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever thrown up on stage? Okay.
No, I haven't.
Because these are some of my
haven't thrown up on
stage
stage.
fears, like
Okay.
my anxieties. What do you do if you have to, in the middle of a scene, go to the bathroom? You just hold it.
You hold it. You hold it. Although there was a situation
where your character went to the bathroom.
You just have to, you know what, listen, I make sure before I go out, it's a practice.
Yeah.
You have to make that happen.
Yes.
Whatever. Number one, number two, it's got to happen right before you go on stage.
You got to have a egg over easy and you got to
make it happen.
You got to make it happen. Have you ever forgotten lines on stage?
No.
Wow.
But I've had to work with some people who sometimes would flub some things, and you have to help support it and make it up.
My biggest nightmare, which is like someone skips ahead.
Oh yeah.
When you're in a
I've
scene.
had that. Oh, I fully have that. They skipped ahead. I'm like, wait, exactly. That's a whole
living
thing.
Stress dream.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, it's true, and it happens. But I think that's the joy of it too.
For sure.
So you're like, that makes you wily, and you're like, I got to work on my feet. I got to get that storyline back in there. I got to make that cue happen
Challenger.
somehow.
I
Exactly.
love it. Such a challenger. Have you ever forgotten a prop? Gone in a scene to see?
Oh yeah, I forgot props.
And you reach in your pocket
I think I forgot a gun. I forgot a gun, and I was like,
and you were like,
I just had to hold it like this. Like I was real strong. They're looking at me like, "Where's the gun?" And I'm like, "It's right here." Tough.
You didn't just point your finger.
Yeah, I didn't point the finger. I was smart enough to not do that. But I just was strong, and I was a threat. But there was no gun. Exactly.
Have you ever had to say, "Is there a doctor in the house?"
No, but somebody said that on my flight the other day, and I was like,
they did?
And I literally thought, well, I played a doctor before, and I thought that's not what they want. They're like, I'm sorry, if someone needs a medical emergency, is there a doctor on board? And I was like, literally for a second, I thought, what? I literally thought I was a doctor for a second because I played. I swear to God, I really thought about it. I'm like, I can't do anything. I really can't do anything.
When did you play a doctor?
I played a doctor on The Nick.
Oh, yeah. That show is great.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, it must be to be a doctor, and when you hear, this is why you know you're not a doctor. Because when you hear, is there a doctor on board, and you're like, ooh, but a regular doctor must be like, oh, God.
They must be.
They must be.
But also you start thinking, like, doctors do different things. There's not one, right? So you think, like, well, I have a doctorate.
But you really do. Yeah.
I have a doctorate. I am a doctor. You have a doctorate. Well,
I do not have a doctorate yet.
I have a doctorate, and I feel like.
But it just must be like, oh God, can I pretend I'm not a doctor?
They're like I'm just watching.
I want to finish
this movie. I'm going to finish this.
Yeah, I'm almost done with this season of Summer House. Like, you have a doctorate?
Yeah, I do. I just got 2 in a month. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God, congratulations!
It's kind of greedy though too. I think I just got one from Swarthmore College. I'm a doctor of arts as of 4 days ago.
Fantastic.
And I got one from my alma mater, Temple University. Yeah.
That must have been really something.
It was really wonderful.
Did you went back and did you have to give a speech?
I gave the commencement address at Temple, and I gave a little acceptance speech at Swarthmore. And I think, but what I loved about it, I especially right now, I feel like something about like being with young people and students, and just because I feel like they really need to hear some words out here. Like, how's it going to be, or they need to be inspired. Like,
what was your organizing principle for your Temple talk?
Love.
Yeah.
I really feel like the more that I distill things of what I care about right now, what I inspire people to do is to love more. And whatever that means. I feel like that encompasses a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel if I'm talking about love and service.
Yeah.
And if people can attach themselves to that in whatever way it is for them. So I feel like I'm talking a lot about that because I feel like that's what we need to hear. I don't want to, make this world yours and do this. And I don't need to do all that. But if you do it with love, whatever you're doing, just participate. And feel like that you have a voice and you can be the change. And don't be afraid of what's out there. There's probably jobs out there that don't even have a name yet that you're going to create.
Right.
So I feel like I just want to inspire that with their imagination as well. Well,
I mean, the word that I've heard described, a word that is used to describe you a lot is empathy. Is the empathetic way in which you not only work with people, because you learn a lot about somebody by how they work. But that makes perfect sense that's what you would be talking about. Because, I mean, in all the characters that you've played, you have even characters that feel like they're really the villain of the story. Right. You are always approaching them with basically that they're a human being. I think
so. I think I have to love every character that I play. And I feel like even though the villainous ones, or like whether I'm playing a pimp or a Mist in the Color Purple or Joe Jackson, I feel like I never try to take the lens of what everyone else says about the person. I do my study and my research, and I find out who that person is and find my way in. Usually that person's connected to some part of me in some way.
You're working Color Purple. You're working in Michael. Like the work you've done, the work you've done on stage. Rustin, how did that change? I mean, that portrayal was so beautiful, and also just like a part that met you at the time when you were ready for it.
Yes.
Did it feel like that?
It did. It felt like we were meeting each other when we needed each other. Like this role, this moment to pull Baya Rustin out of the...
For people who don't know...
Baya Rustin was the organizer of the March on Washington. He was an openly gay man at a time, of course, when it was not cool to himself or his body or him having momentum in this world.
Yeah.
And he defied all that. And he was brilliant. No one could deny that he was brilliant and he was smart, but he was always on the sidelines of history. And I felt like, and I can, maybe I'll say it in this way too. I felt that my career was very similar in that way. I would show up, I would do the work. I was a practitioner, but I was always sort of a bit marginalized. And then in a way, just like, oh yeah, that's great, but that serves that purpose, but it's never the engine or something. But I knew I could be the engine. Yeah. And so when I finally got this opportunity, it felt like we were meeting each other. We're like, oh, I know this guy. I've lived with him. He's a part of me as well.
And then also, I just have to talk to you about Sing Sing.
Okay.
Colman. Colman, I watched that on an airplane. And I love to cry on an airplane.
Me too. It's the best thing.
I bet we're similar. I like to cry by myself.
Yeah.
On an airplane.
Yeah.
And hopefully under a blanket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That must have felt like such a work of talking about love. Like it must have felt like what was it like to make that film?
I think that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah.
It felt like I knew that I had the opportunity to help tell the story of these men in a really complex way.
Incarcerated men.
Yeah, these men were incarcerated, with this beautiful arts program in the center of it. And they hung on to it like it was their, it was a new path for them to exhibit empathy and joy and dance and art and all this other stuff. So it was really like healing them in many ways. And I worked with a group of formerly incarcerated men who went through the program, and I really, led this film, and we produced it as well. But I knew it was something that, like, I think I got paid like $150 a day. Yeah. And we had a very tight schedule.
Yeah, it looks like a labor.
And this is the kind of work that you're like, oh, this is why I can do that other high profile work. Right. And I can put my attention on work like this. That's very necessary. Yeah. And so we created we locked arms together. And that's what it felt like, locking arms. And it was a great, beautiful challenge for me because these men had the lived experience of being incarcerated and going through this program. And it was the first time that I think that I was challenged with actually giving even more of myself, of like putting myself in those circumstances. Like, yeah, I could be wrongfully accused of something. Right. I could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. A lot of people in prison are not. They don't belong in prison, so I can find that part of myself. So I think it was a bit more bearing of my own soul in that work. Yeah. And I think that's what the difference is for me. I can see it, which is why I feel like I haven't watched the movie that often, because I feel like when I watch it, I feel, when you watch something, you're like, oh, it takes you right back to this
it's basically what I have like a somatic experience if I'm watching something I've done, much more than remembering like even the plot or story, or like I just remember the feeling I had making it. Yeah, that's exactly that must have been an intense feeling.
It was pretty intense.
Yeah. I mean, you're so good in it. You're such a natural leader.
Thank you.
And you can tell in that film that you're leading people through the film while being in the moment, in the character.
Well, the funny thing is I did that movie after Rustin. Yeah. And I really felt like
Were you doing them at the same time, basically?
A little bit, because I had to do pickups for Rustin right after, and then I started The Color Purple. But I literally felt like sort of that trio of films really ignited that true leader in me on sets. I feel like, and as a leading actor too, I literally moved into my leading actor phase in a way. Yeah. And like sort of. But I feel like I needed all those years of supporting and being sort of that utilitarian actor in plays and things like that. I needed all of that. Yeah. But I was always, even when I was doing work on stage, I was always the equity deputy. So I was always the one that everyone came to right the wrongs, or, advocate for actors or practices or something like that. So I was like always the one like saying, being willing. But now I really had the role and the opportunity. And so then I took that into my leadership of Sing Sing, and it's just kept going.
It's such incredible work. I loved it so much. I wish we were friends then, because I would have texted the shit out of you. Okay. So, as we're wrapping up, and we're going to talk about your new movie, Disclosure Day, which is going to be a gigantic hit. Holy shit. And Four Seasons, which I love you on. Let's get to the fact that you've worked with and have been influenced by and shaped by amazing women.
Yes, truly.
Your mother being the first,
Yes,
Edith, who everything I read about her, I just love. I love her face, and she just seems like a wonderful person.
Thank you.
And I love the story of Edith writing letters to Oprah Winfrey, who, of course, was a producer and in the Color Purple version that you did. And can you just tell that story about how your mom wrote letters when you were?
Oh my God!
I love that story.
Get this. My mom would. When I was starting out as an actor in San Francisco in the 90s, I would call my mom. We would talk a couple times a week, and I would have my struggles as an actor. And she would always say, "Well, I wrote Oprah today." I was like, "Why?" And she said, "Well, she can help you." I was like, well, "What's she going to do?" Well, she helps people. She just write a letter. She can help you.
She's the lady that helps people.
You're so good. If Oprah found out how good you were, she could help you. And I was like, okay, whatever. So anyway, then like over and over again. This was like maybe, I would say 8 times my mom wrote Oprah. And I was so frustrated. I'm like, oh my God, will you please stop writing Oprah? I'm like, it feels crazy. So anyway, cut to years later. I just have to sidebar say this. My mother she was so hopeful. And she would say, oh my gosh, I just want Spike Lee to know you and Steven Spielberg. And they would love you. They would just love you. And I'm about to cry thinking about this. But she always had that much faith that people, even if I didn't see it, she thought, these people, if they just got to know you, they would love you the way I love you.
Oof. Yeah, that's love.
And literally, I'm like, because I look at my life now, and all these people are in my life.
Yeah, amazing.
So
Edith
sometimes I do believe that sometimes people have dreams for you don't even have for yourself. And at some point, they meet.
Yeah.
And so I had this moment. I was in Maui with Oprah, walking on her beautiful mountain.
Incredible.
And we're hiking. And suddenly I said, oh my God. It just occurred to me. I said, my mother used to write to you over and over again. And she says, really? I said, yeah. And she sort of stops and she says, oh, I don't know if I got the letters, but I know I got the message. And then we just continued to walk hand in hand. And I really do believe it's like, I know that like, how can I say it? I know that like when I lost my mom in 2006, and I lost my mom and my stepfather in the same year, I knew that like, my friend Melissa said, when I was very bereft, and I said, what am I going to do with all this love? I know that I was a good son. If I wasn't anything else, I was a good son. And she said, well, you're going to put the love into everything you do.
Yeah, yeah.
And that will be, you'll do it in dedication to your mom. And so literally I feel like because I've been leading that way, I've been meeting every person. It's like my mother's own Wizard of Oz. I've been meeting every person that she laid out for me.
Yes.
And that they've loved me the way that she loves me.
Yes, Colman.
And so that leads me to with Disclosure Day. It's like she wanted Steven Spielberg to know me. She didn't know Steven Spielberg would love me, but we love each other now, and he's my family.
Oh, I love that. I love Edith so much.
Beautiful. When I tell you, and I don't say this lightly, you would love her. She was fun, and sweet, and like to dance. I think I'm a lot like her, to be honest.
Yeah.
And she talked to everybody. She would really, when I was a kid, it was annoying. I was like, Mom, can we just go into the in and out the bank? And she's like, how are you doing? She flirted with everybody. She was like, look at your legs. You are so cute, Amy. Oh my God. She would do that.
Well, you know what's kind of fun? When you're a woman of a certain age, I just realized it the other day. I was like, watch it, Amy. And you get to a certain age where you start going, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You look at your butt. Wow, he's got nice arms.
Exactly. Yes.
And everyone's like, oh, that little old lady is so nice.
That was my mother.
But you got to be careful.
You got to be careful, exactly.
But you just go, wow, look at her face.
But also my mother was old school, so she would reach out and touch her too. She'd be like, look at your little butt.
Oh yeah. My grandmother used to be like, oh, look at the chest on him. And I'd be like, Nana, you can't touch.
So now you're becoming that
and
lady.
I'm becoming that.
Good.
And how is it like working with my wife for life, Tina Fey?
We have such a good time together. The wildest thing is, it's funny, when I first met Tina,
she's shy too.
She's very shy, but I didn't know what to think of her when I first met, because I thought she's like a scientist, especially when it comes to comedy and being very thoughtful. But she's also I find her to be very tender and very sweet.
She's very sweet.
She's very sweet, and she's more touchy-feely than I knew. And I love that we've sort of become, I feel like she's becoming one of my good friends.
Yeah.
Because I love,
Yeah.
I text, she texts right back. She's always in my corner. She's just, once I found out she's a Taurus too. She's a Taurus.
What are you?
Sagittarius.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Taurus.
Exciting.
Once she said I found out she's a Taurus, I'm like, I got you figured out. I lived with one for 21 years, so I got you.
She wanted me to ask you, what peptides are you on? What's your...
I'm not on
What's
any,
your
but I feel like I want to. I feel like
She's
Peptides is
she's
the new
in the
thing, but
writers'
I'm
room
like-
right now, and she said, "Ask Colman. The writers want to know, where does he get his energy? What peptides?"
they all think I'm on something because they're like, how are you possibly doing all this stuff? But it's like
we got
natural
to
energy.
get peptides. I mean, my
we
dream
gotta
is
get
that
peptides.
while I'm recording these podcasts, we're all getting peptides at the same
I
time.
feel like whatever we should, because I think whatever peptides is doing,
I don't know.
people are looking good.
You know what I love about peptides is people are like, I'm getting all these peptides, and it's like, what's in it? And they're like, I don't know.
Yes, that's everyone.
And
Everyone's
you're
doing
like,
the
you're
same
just
thing.
shooting it in, and they're
And they're
like,
like, hope for the best.
hope for the best. I don't know. Okay, you're getting them every day, and it's what's in it.
Skin
It's
look
called
good.
B128.
Yeah. But you're right. No one can describe what it is.
No one knows what it is.
No.
In fact, it's better not to know. Just
Yeah.
like, let's just go. Let's
Yeah.
just peptide
Let's
it
just
up.
do it. Peptide it up. You and I, let's do it. Peptide this shit up.
Okay, you're in the big movie of the summer. Steven Spielberg. So we have this thing where we talk to people before our podcast and we find out more about them. We talk well behind their back and we talk to Steven Spielberg.
Oh, you know you did.
Yes.
You did. What?
Yes,
That's
we
wild.
talked to Steven Spielberg. I was very nervous.
Wow.
I realized as I was talking to him, I almost was like, Mr. Spielberg, and I said to him, I'm like, your work is in my body. Like your work is in my subconscious forever.
Yeah.
You've shaped our childhood. Every single summer, every version of like an unknown world you brought us into. He's just so,
He's singular.
he is and you've worked with him a couple of times.
Yeah.
So before we get to the great stuff he said about you, what is so great about working with him? What's it like to work with him?
He's just lovely.
Yeah.
He's funny and warm.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a sparkle in his eye that make you believe that you can do anything. Even if he's giving you the wildest task of saying these lines while going through an explosion and there's, the camera work is all intensive. He looks at you and believes you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have that belief. You're like, oh, great, we're going to make something together. We're taking a leap of faith together. He's really just lovely and he's kind.
Yeah.
And he's right there with you. He likes his portable monitor and he's right in the action with you.
Mm-hmm. He's not at
There's-
chairs. He's not at
there's
Video Village.
No, there's no ego about the work.
Yeah.
And he's also just like, what do you think about this? Or like, you can bring your ideas. He'll be like, oh, let's think about that. So he's very collaborative. And that's what I enjoy about him. It's his kindness.
Yeah.
And the way, and also he feels like, how can I say it? He feels like he's just starting out. Like he's that excited. He's like, oh, let's try that. I have an idea. He's like, oh, Colman, I have an idea. Okay, great. And he's like, okay, let's try it. And so he feels like he's a kid assembling his favorite craftsman around and he's playing with you. You're all playing together,
I mean, this is like it's going to be a big summer movie, like a
think it will be.
blockbuster.
But also I think it's a movie we all need right now.
For sure.
It is a movie, after I saw it, I've seen it twice now. And I've cried both times. That'll just tell you. And I won't tell you why I cried, but it really did feel like it's a movie that's trying to connect us again.
Yeah.
All of us, especially like the idea of inviting the idea that there's something bigger than all of us that we're a part of. So I think that's why I cried. I called him right after and I said, you really care about us. You really care about humanity, and what we're wrestling with right now in our times.
Yeah.
And then what can unite us.
Well, he said the same thing about you. He
What's
basically
he
was
say?
like, let me tell you
no,
what.
no,
Okay, you know what?
give
Forget
me the
about
tea.
Steven. Let me
What-
tell you
what
what he
Steven-
said.
what did he say about me? What did he say about
What did
me?
he say about you? Well, first of all, he said that no.
Real Housewives episode now.
It's like, oh my God, that would be really funny. This is the first podcast where I'm like, he actually said some shit about you. He was saying that working with you is like working with a self-driving car. Like, that you're going to, like, you have it, you're in the zone. Like, there's very little that he has to do because he has such faith in you. But what you lead with as a person on set in an ensemble is empathy and love and respect. So like what you get is this very skilled actor, but also a really wonderful person. And I think the privilege of when you get to a certain age and you work, you get to want to surround yourself with those kind of people. Like that's important. And it's not always the case. I think when you're younger, you're kind of like, maybe complicated, difficult people are there to challenge me in different ways and I'll learn something from them. And I know for me anyway, like as I get older, I'm like, also, I want to be around people.
That's it.
Good people.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Life is short.
Yeah, life is short. This should be fun. How lucky are we?
Truly.
So, and his question was kind of like because we were talking about auditioning, and I was asking him like, how do people not get nervous around him? Like, how does he deal with people's nerves? Because he must have people coming in being like, nice to meet you. And he wanted me to ask you, did you ever not get a part that you tried hard to get? And like, what did you do with it when you, like, what did you do with the feeling when you didn't get it?
So many.
basically?
Oh my God. That was like most of my career. I was booking a lot.
Yeah,
I felt like I was like, even things you felt like you really wanted or you really were skilled for.
Mm-hmm.
At some point you had to divorce yourself from the idea of getting the role. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm prepared for this, but it's not up to me. It's like someone, and maybe that's the thing I pride myself on. I'm like, when they want me, they want all of me.
Yeah.
So that means it's okay if they want someone else.
Yeah.
So for me, it became a practice of being very sober about it and saying, it's okay if they didn't want me because like what I give is very different than that other guy.
Yeah.
It's not that he was better than me but no, he was useful to them and all that he was going to bring to it. And that's cool. So for me, it was like, and maybe that was a healthy thing that I needed to give myself.
Yeah.
So I can give myself grace and like, and continue to be a practitioner of this art form.
Yeah.
And not let it be about my ego.
But doesn't it feel like it's a learned skill? That's hard to do when you're
It is
young.
learned because also
That's
when you're young, but also there are times when listen, I've had moments where there were things that I thought I was perfect for.
Yeah.
And I didn't get, and it shattered me. But like, to be honest, I'll be very honest, Amy, I'd never really imagined the place that I'm in right now in this industry. I just wanted to be a working actor.
And also you're so famous and successful too.
I got so famous, Amy.
But you're right. And also the contentment part, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Like satisfaction and contentment, it's the hardest thing to find.
Mm-hmm.
It can, it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
Hell is wanting more. It's like hell.
Yeah.
That's suffering, man.
It is suffering. I think I got a beautiful message from this guy when I was turning 50. This guy was driving me in a car in Toronto and he was 70 years old. And I said, do you have any words of wisdom for my 50th? He said, listen, I wish I knew this years ago. He said, it's important you want to hope for everything, but want for nothing. And I was like, to eliminate want.
Oof.
Yeah. So I know that like when I walk into a room, like you say, I walk into these rooms or in sets, I don't really want anything.
Yeah.
I hope that it can be, there's other things that I hope that it can be, but I'm not coming to get something.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm coming to hopefully be in service and also to give something.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best we all can be. So if everyone's coming from that place, we all win.
Yeah.
It's only, the problem is only when somebody's coming in just like to want to take shit, and that's ego in the room, and then that's some dark forces, and you try to just protect yourself against that.
We got to talk about those egos offline.
Exactly.
Those dark forces. Okay, I love that we're the same age, by the way, because I've said this before.
We look good, don't we?
We look. Well,
We look
you
great.
Look incredible.
You look great. You look great.
Thank you. But we're making 50, 55,
we're doing good.
56.
We're
Look
doing
pretty
great.
good. I'm turning 55 very soon.
I'm older than you.
You're 56, right?
Yeah.
And I like. What's your favorite part about your 50s? I love my 50s.
You know what's funny to me? Lately, it feels like things are moving faster. Like I just turned
that's
56, but I'm like, am I going to be 57 this year? It doesn't make any sense.
And once you get past 55, I don't like the second half of the decade.
Because like we like
like
50s. I'm 54,
yeah, you're like, just
55.
turn 50 and then you're like,
and you're like,
then you start going,
I'm about to hit 60
yeah,
soon.
and then you're like, you know what? 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66,
I do feel like my
67.
50s are my best.
Me too.
Yeah, I thought my 40s, it was fine.
Yeah,
30s
it's
were
getting
awkward.
better.
It's getting better.
Yeah,
It really
agreed.
is. But also, I feel like you have to be conscious of you have to take care of yourself, right?
That's right.
And
That's
in a
right.
different way. Show up in a different way for
That's
yourself.
right.
Yeah. So I feel like we're getting better.
Yeah, I feel like our obsession with youth is like, I think it's changing. I think our generation is helping. I think like one of the legacies of Gen X, I've said this before, is that of which we are proud members of. We're not boomers. We are Gen X.
We're Gen X. We rock.
Yeah. We don't give a shit.
We really don't give a shit.
We don't give a fuck.
We don't give a
We
fuck
raised
generation.
ourselves. We made our own
we had a key
dinner.
around our fucking neck.
Exactly. We had a job when we were 8.
Exactly. We were like fuck around, find out generation. Exactly.
100%.
We're tough.
We are tough.
We really are.
And nobody remembers us, and nobody gives us any respect.
Nobody gives us any respect. It's true. We're the toughest
never gonna
generation.
have a president, the Gen X president. Anyway, but we don't care. We don't care.
We don't care.
The system is broken. We always knew that.
Exactly.
But one of the things about it is that I've completely lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
I'm too old. I forgot what I was talking about. Who cares? You know what? Who cares? Who cares? Okay, last question.
Okay.
Last question, Colman. What has been making you laugh these days? I know you love to laugh. You love comedy.
Yes.
What are you listening to, watching? Like, what do you go to when you want to check out, laugh, like dumb, highbrow? What is the thing?
I always go back to watching Melissa McCarthy in Spy.
Oh my God. Okay, let's watch her right now. I got a laptop.
Spy is any clip. Spy is, I will watch it.
Melissa McCarthy is so
She makes me pee on
funny.
myself. She's so funny.
Have you guys met?
I love her. Yeah, she came to, I met her backstage at SNL when she was there for Jack Black. And I just like, I think we're becoming friends because we exchange numbers, but I really want to be her friend.
Give you a little credit. What do you think I'm going to do? Run over there and be like, hey, I'm a crazy lady. Where's the buffet? I'm from the Midwest. Where's Blue Man Group? Mr. Lucas here, and I need to get close to him.
Yeah, because she's like, she comes across as this mousy woman who works for the CIA, and then you find out she's an agent as well. And then she goes on this whole journey. Like, she was like really like, laying back, and then you find out she's like the most wildest one of them all.
She's wild.
Yeah. It's all these great disguises, which are really, one is funnier after the next one. Rose Byrne is in it. She's out of control.
This is a comfort movie for you.
It's a comfort. I will watch it at any time. That and The Color Purple. I know it's very weird.
Color Purple.
I watch like the Whoopi version of it.
Oh my God.
Or this. So either I want to cry hard or I want to laugh harder.
Oh God, I'm with you. I'm the same way. I want to cry or you know what I don't want to be anymore?
Bored.
Scared.
Don't want to be scared. No.
I don't want to be scared.
No, I don't want to be scared. I don't want to
No
horror
more
or anything.
horror
No,
movies.
more horror. No.
No more. I just saw the other day there was some new thing. I won't even say it. And I was like,
You don't want that. I don't want that.
no more movies about being attacked in your own home.
No, that's terrible. Those are terrible movies. I never watched those movies.
Me neither.
I don't want that.
I don't want that.
No.
No more. We either want to laugh or we want to cry. Like laugh or cry, period, the end. That's
Yes.
it. Well, I feel like you should do a movie with Melissa McCarthy.
I think I should too. I would love that.
Yeah, God, you're so funny, Colman.
Oh, thank you.
You can do anything.
Thank you.
You can wear lime green. You can pull it off. Well, thank you for my egg.
This has been so great.
So fun. We've been talking for an hour and a half, and it just went by so fast.
That's so good.
And I just love being able to call you a new friend.
I feel that way too.
Thank you for doing this.
My
Congrats
pleasure.
on everything. I'm always excited about whatever you're doing, and
Thank you.
like a true fan of your work. So thank you.
I'm a fan of you in every single way. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
I
doing
appreciate
this.
it.
Colman, thank you so much. It's so fun to be around you. You're just a joy, and thank you so much for doing the show. And Colman and I talked about a lot of things. We have a lot of shared similar experiences being pretty much the same age growing up in the East Coast, but we did mention Dance Party USA. And for those of you that haven't seen any clips of that, do yourself a favor and go to YouTube and watch Dance Party USA. It kind of was like a very suburban version of American Bandstand, like Soul Train, without the soul. And it was on in the 80s. And there's such incredible hair, such 80s hair, tons of hairspray, incredible outfits. And it's just kids dancing to the hits at the time. And what was so fun about Dance Party USA was, of course, Kelly Ripa was on there. That was the first time I saw Kelly. I think she went by a different name, but also, they just would talk about the relationships that they were having and that people were dating and breaking up. So it was like a soap opera with no lines and lots of dancing. Dance Party USA, check it out. It's a time capsule. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to this episode of Good Hang and all the episodes, and can't wait to do more for you. Thank you. Bye. See you soon. You've been listening to Good Hang. The executive producers for this show are Bill Simmons, Jenna Weiss-Berman, and me, Amy Poehler. The show is produced by The Ringer and Paperkite. For The Ringer, production by Jack Wilson, Kat Spillane, Kaya McMullen, and Alea Zaneris. For Paperkite, production by Sam Green, Joel Lovell, and Jenna Weiss-Berman. Original music by Amy Miles.
All I ever wanted was a really good hang.
내용은 실제로 그다지 많지는 않지만 사람들을 떨게 만드는 무언가를 담고 있습니다. 선물이라고 주장하는 화장품 외에는 내가 실제로 받은 것이 무엇인지 아는 사람이 아무도 없었다. 하지만 PPP에서는 모든 것이 빛에 드러날 수 없는 거래처럼 가볍고 모호하게 기록됩니다. 가장 상세한 것은 타임라인인데 너무 정교해서 심지어 한 학기에 집에 오지 않는 날이 몇 번이나 됩니까? 기숙사도 증거물 목록으로 기록됐다. 나머지는 대부분의 진실과 거짓이 끝까지 뒤섞여 있다. 나조차도 그 학생의 정당성에 대해 의구심을 갖게 되었다. 그것들은 나의 상징이 됩니다. 당시 댓글란에 제 이니셜 LQZ를 직접 뽑아주시는 분들도 계셨는데 저와 로앙송 치우 사이에 아이러니한 우연이 있다는 사실은 몰랐습니다. 제 이름의 첫 글자였거든요. 우리는 동일합니다. 따라서 누군가가 나를 지칭하기 위해 약어를 사용하려고 할 때마다 해당 게시물은 설명할 수 없이 삭제됩니다. 오히려 기적에 가까운 그 위협은 소문 속 PPP의 이름 없는 남성 캐릭터를 더욱 신비롭고 강력하게 만듭니다. 그해 PPT 행사 이후 사회예술계의 분위기도 달라진 것 같았다. 동료들의 눈은 약간의 안타까움과 날카로운 시선이 뒤섞인 눈빛으로 내 책상을 바라보았다. 벤처 캐피탈의 세계는 너무 작습니다. 잊어버리고 가만히 있으면 됩니다. 사람은 그만큼밖에 없습니다. 그 중에는 선생님도 부족하지 않고 상관없다고 하는 오랜 친구들은 거짓말을 하고 있습니다. 책상에 앉아 있는데 그냥 동료인데 왜 다를까요? 그들은 낄낄거렸다. 처음부터 등에 가시가 박힌 듯 긴장감을 지울 수 없었습니다. 연봉이 여러 차례 놀림을 받은 후 그는 상을 받기 위해 일어섰다. 선호하다. 여론은 거의 진정됐지만 아직도 병들고 자기 혐오에 빠지는 경우가 많습니다. 나는 우리 사이에 전달된 모든 금액, 나에게 닿은 모든 선물을 검토하기 시작했고 밤에는 모든 것이 그 PPT의 증거로 바뀌었습니다. 한편으로는 여전히 그 사람에게 애착을 갖고 있고 다른 한편을